Okay.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to this interview with Paulette Marie Reymond. Hi, Paulette. I'm so happy to have you here again from Switzerland. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm looking forward to speak with your audience.
Wonderful. Paulette is an awesome channel and author. She has been working with the spiritual hierarchy of Earth for many, many years. Her mission is to support Mother Earth and humanity with the dimensional shift taking place right now. She has written a number of amazing books, and I'm sure some of you remember her talk about Rodon and the Agarthians from the inner Earth. But today we will talk about Sirius and the Goddess Sekhmet. And Paulette has channeled this book, which is Harmonization of the Polarities, Messages from Sekhmet. So now I'm going to hand over to Paulette.
Hello, thank you for having me. And I first would tell you how I got to meet the Sirians. I have to say it's this book of the Sirians.
Oh, okay. So there's another one. Okay.
This is Help for Ascension into the fifth dimension. But I just begin in the beginning. Of course, it was 2006, just some time ago. It was July, and my intuition told me make a sun bath in the garden. You know, I had to prepare my skin to go to south of France afterwards. And I went to the garden. I normally, when I take a sun bath, I make a meditation. And I tuned in, and surprise, surprise, Ashtar came in my channel. I was really surprised, and I didn't know I have a channel at this time. Yes, and he asked me if I would like to speak to write a book with the Sirians. And I said, what? You know, writing a book, you know, like that. And he said, and I said, well, you will channel the book. What? Channeling? But I never did that. You think I can do that? And he said, yes, you can. I said, okay, when he says, yeah, okay. And then I said, in a few days, I go to south of France. Would it be possible to make it there? And he said, no problem. They will contact you when you're installed in France. Good. I was in France, and they came, and we wrote. We began to channel. I have to tell you how they looked like. There is a male, a man, a big one, a tall one, with a humanoid body and a lion head. And his name is Aksayan, and he dictated me the whole book. And then there were two smaller guys looking out of a window, a sort of a reporter cabin, you know, like, and they looked at me, they gazed at me, and they were very, very serious and very concentrated. I didn't know what they did, but perhaps they were looking if the communication line was okay, something like that. Anyway, we channeled 3 a month, and always these 3 entities were there. The smaller ones was Buksu and Xenix, but they never spoke to me, only Aksayan. I just have to tell you something else. The Syrian alliance, the Syrian Pleiadian alliance, brought the civilization to Earth in the in the former times, millennia ago, to old Egypt, to the Americas, and I also suppose to Asia. That's why they are our ancestors, you see. And I have to say, we are all star seeds living a human life. We are not humans living a spiritual life. So as we are star seeds and we move now into the fifth dimension, we begin to remember who we are with all our talents from all our incarnations. I just would like to read you something so that you can feel them.
Sure.
The lion people, they have a lot of temperament, and they are caring and loving, of course. So I just read you so that you can feel them.
Yes, please.
Many millennia ago, we have come to Earth bearing our treasures to give them to the residents of Earth for their use. They were spiritual, societal, economic, and technical instructions that helped mankind better design its life. We have helped design the Lemurian high culture and the Egyptian culture before Akhenaton. We are lion creatures originating in antimatter. For eons, we have populated the stars of Sirius A. We are a community of light and living in the seventh dimension. Imagine. We always remained connected to Earth. Some of our brothers and sisters are currently incarnated with you. Some already remember their roots, while others are about to awaken to make their contributions to the ascension of the Earth into the fifth dimension and to help design developments in the new dimension. We want to help mankind in this important transition. We are equal cosmic brothers and sisters. We work together in the light of the One. We are connected to each other. We are one. Yes, they come from the unity, of course, and we still are in separation, but we will move there also. I just have another thing. I tell you now about the Sirians. We are very close to you. We are beings who are also subject to a dimensional change. So we have gone from 6th to 7th dimension. We too transform, but not on a physical level, but on the energetic one. We are beings living on Sirius A. We have no humanoid bodies. We are called lion creatures. We spent some time visiting you on Lemuria and in ancient Egypt. We are familiar with Earth. We love her. Earth is a very special planet to us. We feel drawn to her. Then we want to let you ascend into the fifth dimension in the most harmonious manner possible. We are grateful that we can serve you without our contribution. And now he speaks something about the aliens. I think you should also know, because we are not alone in the universe. Today, we will talk about interaction between residents of Earth and beings from other solar systems. We say beings because some of them have different physical bodies than you do. We call your physical form the Adam-Kadmon body. Our physical form is rather similar to the human body, though we have a different head shape. Our heads are similar to those of your cats or lions. Our skin, however, is not similar to yours at all. It is very fine and velvety, similar to baby fur. We have large eyes with cat-like pupils. As mentioned, we are highly developed beings living on Sirius A. Sirius B, for example, is the home to highly developed beings as well. They also have Adam-Kadmon bodies, as do the beings in the Pleiades. As you can see, the Adam-Kadmon body is quite common. However, there are also some lizard-like beings with scaly skin and many others. The universe has an immense diversity of living beings. All highly developed beings of light share, from a spiritual point of view, a loving heart. Well, we all communicate on this level of the heart. We have learned to move our reason and feelings onto the heart level, and we will also do that. This is a pervasive learning process currently happening on Earth. You should work through this in the years that remain to you before your ascension. That process will teach you to interact more harmoniously with each other and to create a peaceful Earth. Some humans are already in contact with cosmic beings. They start their learning process earlier. Each of you may try to contact aliens. Always do this from a level of your hearts, and never only that of your reason. That serves as automatic selection, drawing only the beings of light to you. The universe also has such beings that have developed only intellectually and that need to still develop spiritually. Those beings cannot help you with your current ascension. They must still go through the same process once they are ready for it. Once you have reached the fifth dimension, interstellar communication will be common for you. This will bring great innovations for Earth. Yes, they say we will have a lot of technologies coming in when we pass to the fifth dimension. They speak of the galactic family also, being able to walk the evolutionary path together as conscious beings fills us with great gratitude. The galactic family can hardly wait to know you in its ranks. Your evolutionary path and your experiences on it are vital for the universe. The Sirians dictated me this book. It is a small book, about 100 pages, with small chapters. It's especially for humans who have no time to study this ascension process and to read a lot of books so that they know what's happening. You know, you also have to know with your reason.
Yes.
It's helping you in this process now.
Okay.
And, you know, he says, Earth is a paradise. You will be welcome among us with great honor. They are so happy to help us. And they say, Earth is in labor pain. And yes, because she also develops now into the new dimension. And we shouldn't be victims of that. That's why we have to get to feel the nature, feel the animals. Animals are seldomly victims of earthquakes or tsunamis or so. They flee, they feel it. And birds behave also differently if a cataclysm is coming.
Yes.
So we have really to look to be one with Earth, because Earth, she doesn't want to hurt us. You know, she loves us, but well, sometimes it's not possible to have no victims. Yes, this is, but she is very concerned because of that. And the solar system. We would like to tell you that you are not alone on this evolutionary path. Oh, English. Your entire solar system is affected by it. You will climb onto a new octave as a whole. Viewed from the outside, you are located at the edge of the Milky Way. You will change your position and move more closely to the galactic center. That approximation will lead you to great spirituality in the course of the age of Aquarius. This will be the heyday of Earth and, of course, of her humans. It is the golden area that is foretold in your old scriptures.
So Earth is moving right into the center of our galaxy.
She goes to the center, not
Right.
just her solar system, that's her family, but also the sector of the Milky Way we are in. You know, also the sector of the Milky Way is moving. We are all moving more
the whole Milky Way is moving towards the center of our galaxy.
Of our galaxy. That's why we have all these processes going on now. We have more light. That's why. And this is very important to know because it's cosmic. It is not the Earth who has ideas, you know. So, everything is connected. Everything is connected. And they say you are specialist of the third and fourth dimensional, strongly polar qualities. And the learning process could only be implemented on Earth in this density. We would like to strengthen your self-worth with this information and also show you that you are able to master your ascension into the fifth dimension. It is our honor to advise you in this. Since we are not involved in your process, we can better see the issue from the distance and give you some hints. We thank you for your goodwill and your acceptance. Yes, there is a law in the universe, and this law says that you are only as strong at the weakest. For instance, part of the chain. It's a metaphor.
Yes.
So a chain is only as strong as the weakest part of the chain. And this law also will come to Earth. All the populations, we have to look for the weakest populations on Earth and help them.
Yes.
So we are moving as a whole population. Are we moving now more to the light? And we will have connection with the galactic meetings. So as humans. Yes.
Exactly, as we are all one, so we all have to be strong. There can't be any weak ones. We have to help them. So
and
we're all strong.
You remember, they also said we go as one. That's why we have to meet them and to
uplift everyone. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And now I would like to speak about Sekhmet. I have to say today is a very special day.
Oh.
We have the 8th of March, it's the Women's Day, International Women's Day. And we have Moon, Mars, Venus conjunction.
Oh, wow.
That means, and I speak about how I think Sekhmet organized this for us. Because we speak about the harmonization of polarities, and she especially helps us because of the man and female polarity. Yes. I think so. We have the best energies to speak about that.
Amazing.
Yes. And it's an 11. 8 and 3 is 11. It's a master.
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And I just, it is this book, this small book, it's not expensive, in 4 languages, as usual, to help humans. And this is of the Sirians from Sirius A, our ancestors.
Wow.
Now, and now I speak from Sekhmet. She is, of course, very, very much in my heart. She's my spiritual mother. She's a central sun. She has a lot of energy, incredible. And now, how did I meet her? Yeah, I wasn't born and met Sekhmet, you know. It came step by step. This was in the 90s. In the 90s, we had walking from New Mexico, came to Zurich, near Zurich, and they had a meeting and a seminar, and I attended the seminar.
Mhm.
And it was very interesting, of course. I was very interested in extraterrestrial and so at this time. And I looked at her when she spoke, and I looked at her, and I saw a cat or a lion, you know, and it merged with her aura, something. It was new for me. And after her speech, I went to her and I said, listen, are you a cat? I saw a cat or a lion, I don't know. And she said, oh, that's interesting. I have to tell you something. And she introduced me to Sekhmet.
Oh.
And she met her in White Sands, and well, she was and she also had this. She had a lot of temperament, as the lion creatures have, and yes, and she gave me photos from her from old Egypt, and so, and yes, it was new for me. It was a bit curious, of course, but okay. And I got accustomed to her, of course, with the time. And after perhaps a year or two, she contacted me.
Oh.
She said, you have to go to Karnak, to my temple. And I said, yes. But I did nothing.
Oh.
And then I had to go to Zurich by car. I didn't find a parking place. And I drove around, and after a while, I found a parking place. I went in, I went out of the car, and I parked in front of a travel agency, all full with Egyptian photos. I said, this is Sekhmet. Oh, I have goosebumps. And I went in, of course. I said, yes, I got it, Sekhmet. I got in, I took some leaflets because we didn't have internet at this time.
Yes.
Everything was printed. And when I was at home, I looked at that and I said, Sekhmet, I can't go with tourists. Please organize me something else. Well, and then it was summertime. I went to France again. And I told everybody, I will go in autumn, I go to Egypt, but I had no journey, nothing planned. And then a woman from where I live, from my village, called me and she said, I would like to go to Egypt. I have such a nice journey with the German cosmologues, but I can't attend. She was a teacher, and this journey begins when the school holidays are finished. And then I said, listen, put it in my post box. I will give you all the leaflets I have at home. I come home in a few days and I will give you everything. I went home. I called the German cosmologues, of course, because it was narrow that time, and they had space for me. So I went with the German cosmologues from Frankfurt to Cairo.
Okay.
And you see, at this time, when you made a journey, you had your camera and you had a lot of films in your suitcase, of course. And well, we looked at the pyramids, and it's fantastic there on Gizeh. And then I stood in front of the Sphinx. What do you do in front of the Sphinx? You make pictures. I looked at my camera. My film was full. Okay. Then I looked in my pockets. I had no film. I forgot everything in my hotel room in my suit. So what do? It's not possible. Then I looked around and there were flying merchants. You know, they had a kind of a tablet and they walked around with some things on it. And I went to one and I said, "Do you have a film?" I said, "I have one left." I said, "Yes, I take it." It was very expensive, but well, I had to do it. Well, and the other day we took the plane and we went to Luxor. It's about 1,000 kilometers south of Gizeh, of Cairo. There we went to the Luxor temples, which are from the demons, and then we went to the Karnak, to the light, and there I spoke to our guide and I said, "Listen, I came here because I have to go to the temple of Sekhmet. And please show me the temple of Sekhmet." And he didn't know. You know, in the 90s, Sekhmet was not so popular as it is now.
Oh, okay.
And he said, "Well, I look around," and he asked around. And then after a while, he said, "Follow me." And I followed him. It was at the edge of the temples. There was a small temple, and there was a guard in front of it. And he said, is somebody in the temple? And he said, no. Then you let this lady in, and nobody else. She has to be alone there until she comes out. Okay? And he said, yeah. And I went in. I had a private audience with Sakhmet, imagine.
Wow.
I went in and it was absolutely dark. It was like if you go to a womb, you see, in a womb. And it took a while until my eyes accustomed to the dark.
Yes.
And then I saw her statue. And this was so overwhelming. I tell you, I was shaking. I cried. You know, like that.
Yeah.
It was like coming home after millennia.
Wow.
You see, I think all my homesickness stored in my DNA cracked open. It was no, really. It took a while until I calmed down, and I just gazed at her, and suddenly I saw a flash coming out of her eye, of her right eye, in my direction, but very short. You see?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This was hello, or you know, she said hi, something like that. I interpret this like that, and well, it took me a while until I got up and I went to the statue, and my intuition said, "Now you make a photo." And my reason, my mind said, no, it's not worse. It's much too dark in here. It's a pity for the photos. And my intuition said, "Make a photo." And I said, "Well, okay, doesn't matter if I have some black photos in my repertoire. It's not so terrible." And I made photos. Yes. After my visit in Sekhmet's temple, I went back to the boat. We made a cruise to Aswan, and I couldn't sleep. My aura was so full of Sekhmet that I danced the whole night. You know, I had to move.
Wow.
This energy, I almost exploded, you see. You see? Yes. When I went home to Switzerland, the first thing we had to bring the photos to the photographer. And after some days, I went back to pick up the photos, and I looked there, I was so curious about these photos. I looked, and this
What's
one,
this one?
and some more. And I said to the photographer, that's not possible. It was absolutely dark in the room. And he said, well, you had a very sensitive film, a 200 ASA film. She organized that all the films in the suitcase. She organized the merchant that he had one film left. No, it's incredible, isn't that?
It's incredible. How amazing.
How everything is orchestrated.
Yes.
It's really, it's incredible. It's incredible. Now I'll read you something from Sekhmet.
Yes.
It's the introduction where she speaks, well, no, from the beginning. From the beginning, I have been connected to Earth and her people in love. Yes, she's. I have the task of bringing light into the dark for mankind, to point them on the way of their evolutionary path and to render my support. For this reason, many civilizations have revered me as a goddess. As the first mother of the solar mastery, my energy has helped bring about evolution on this planet. Right now, you are facing a quantum leap on the path of light. These messages are part of my dedication to mankind for the resurrection of humans as multidimensional beings of light. Light is the origin and the destiny of us all. In this light, we are all connected for eternity. Let the divine light radiate inside you and shine in its glory. Recognize yourself for who you truly are and create new earth. Penetrate into new realities, embrace what is past and let it go. Let light and love flow once again and enjoy your lives on this wonderful planet Earth. Love and light are the basis for all that exists and realization of our existence. Embedded in all that is, we continue on together into the light. Origin and destiny merge in the now, manifesting your earth, your home. And then the introduction, I also would like to read you the fifth dimensional quality of harmony, because why she wrote this book. The fifth dimensional quality of harmonization of the polarity is a novelty for the residents of Earth. It will cause some changes into your conduct, which you have yet to learn and integrate. However, this will lead mankind to the galactic civilizations and accelerate its integration into those. Harmonization of polarity affects several aspects of your life on Earth. However, I would like to specifically dedicate and commit myself to harmonization of the female and male principles. And today we have the Women's Day and the merging of Venus and Mars. Isn't that interesting? It is particularly close to my heart since the polarities are gapping apart vastly in many places on Earth, causing great pain and suffering. Think of all these patriarchal societies. Additionally, a great potential of talents is left unused, which is now being vital. The female potential in particular is invaluable for this ascension into the fifth dimension. It will bring mankind a new female view of things and their implementation. By female potential, I not only mean that of men, of women, but also that of men who wish to accept and actively practice their female aspects. The female talents I speak of are intuition, sensitivity, creativity, dedication, contact to Earth, and so on. This book will therefore go more deeply into these areas and explain them. And then she said that the galactic civilizations are waiting for you, for us. Then I speak about the solar flares. This is important. The solar emanations are now bringing you information that will reprogram and complete your genetic code. You see, we are really, our matter is adapting to the fifth dimension. Great change is happening. It will, however, help you better handle the new condition by expanding your capacity for thought. Then you will remember your roots and know why you have chosen Earth as the place of your incarnation. Your task of bringing the code of paradise onto Earth is nearly complete. Your mission will soon be fulfilled. You have done great work through your many life cycles, enabling mankind to ascend onto the higher vibration octave together with Earth. The code of paradise is present in every human. The accelerated solar energy is now decoding it. And the immense solar flares we have now, we have incredible solar flares coming to Earth. And sometimes they go to the Pacific where there is no land and no humans, almost no humans. But when they come where there is land and population, this will affect us greatly. This will enable many changes that are still impossible or last exceedingly difficult now. Just in yourselves, trust in yourselves and watch the changes in the conduct of those kin and neighbors. You will see that the new energetic alignment is manifesting and conditions are changing. Earth is about to become what she has always been, a paradise, with the people being aware of their divinity in unity. The separation of all that is will be a thing of the past, of the third and fourth dimension. By these changes, Earth and her humans are given the opportunity to actively participate in the galactic meetings of the forces of light and to make their contribution. Yes, I have of course a lot of things I would like to read. I hope we have still the time.
Yes, we still have a bit more time.
We still are in time. Oh, this is something interesting. You know, she has a lot of humor, and I chose this because of her humor. She speaks about possessions. You know, when we go in unity in the fifth dimension, we won't have belongings anymore. We didn't, you know, everything belongs to everybody. You see,
the concept of ownership is going to change completely.
Yes, and I'm a Taurus. I like possessions, you know. So, and I'm her channel. And then she spoke. Earth will become paradise as heavens and earth merge. You have surely heard that about the fifth dimension before. Well, can you imagine that it would have fences and bars? Hardly, I would think. I can see you smile. You see, she saw me. She saw me smile when I had to write it. But she did. Well, we have to change. Also, Tauruses have to change. Everybody has to change. But, well, it's a process. It goes step by step.
Well, I mean, I'm very much looking forward to these innovations, technological innovations. Imagine we don't own a car anymore, but when we come out of our house, there is immediately a car there that takes you where you have to go in an ecological way. It's going to be amazing.
Amazing. No parking fees anymore.
No.
She speaks about the new technologies. There's a lot of new technologies coming because we are in a multidimensionality. The new technologies will support humans. This is why they will develop and will be developed and applied only once human consciousness has achieved its ascension and reached the required vibrational level. Certain technologies can only be used by conscious and responsible humans. Because we in the third, fourth dimension, we weaponized every new science, you see? And this is not possible anymore because we are on the heart level. Well, and here she speaks, we are all agitated. Oh, this is nice. Agitations and stress are not lower part of that worldview. Different, huh? That we are, sometimes we have stress, sometimes
yes.
They will be replaced by relaxation and plenty.
Yes.
And also, because of this chain I spoke before, all of mankind is only as strong as its minorities are. This is this cosmic law I spoke about.
Yes.
I think I almost told. Well, I could now. I would like to read you the epilogue at the end of the channeling. She dictated me an epilogue, and this is her deeply. My beloveds, I thank you for allowing me to have the privilege to contribute to Earth and her humans in this and other forms. It is and was a great joy for me. I am grateful to have this conscious contact with you. This is a contact that will go beyond these lines. All it takes is your consent. I embrace every reader of this book and, of course, every listener of this interview in my heart. You humans are all loved deeply, as you have been from the very beginning of all time and as you will be in eternity. I cordially thank Mother Earth for all the efforts she has taken upon herself in order to enable mankind to make these experiences. With the powerful support of her people and the cosmic forces, her healing process will now accelerate. Her unconditional love, her indulgence and patience are unmistakable maternal properties. Her extraordinary beauty not only casts its spell on humans, but also on spacefarers from the most remote cosmic reaches. Going on this evolutionary jump with Terra is a privilege, a gift to mankind now incarnated. We are all connected in the one, in love, and in love we are all continue on our path into the light, to the source of us all. Praised be the bearers of light, they will create the heavens. So must it be. I just have another thing. I'm finished now. You can ask questions, but I just wanted to say something more. If somebody want to go to Karnak for a pilgrimage, of course,
Yeah.
we also have a lot of statues of Sekhmet all around the world. There is one in the Met in New York and in museums everywhere.
Oh, okay.
But in Paris, they have a big old Egyptian no, Sammlung. How do you say Sammlung?
Sammlung, collection.
Collection. Voila.
Collection, Egyptian collection.
A collection. And when you go there, then at the moment, there is a room called Le Temple. And you go in and you have 6 or 8 statues of Sekhmet in there.
Wow.
I was already twice there, and I need another pilgrimage. Only the next years, and not this year, they have Olympic now. But, it's incredible. You have such an energy in there. Well, Sekhmet energy.
Well, that's interesting. So
Yes.
by the
So if you don't want to go to
by the statues being all over the world, the energy can spread. Her energy can spread.
Because, yes, it's good that they were stolen, or that doesn't matter. But it's important that they are in the world, because the Sekhmet energy,
yes,
her this energy everywhere for the humans. Yes, yes.
So are you one of these lion people from Syria?
Yes. And I think you also.
And me too, yes.
And we stayed together in the beginning. We were teachers, we teach people.
Yeah.
We were there together. Look at your teeth. My teeth.
I know.
Yeah.
I had them fixed, but they grew back like this.
But you have not the third one. but you see, this is a cat. This is a cat or lion. You see, a little bit. You see.
I know.
And so you see. Sometimes you have things on the body. You see. Oh, she's a cat. And perhaps also your behavior. But I don't know you so well that I can't say.
Well, I remember when I was small and younger, let's say younger, I did have this instinct of wanting to bite. I do remember that.
You see, yeah.
And also a conversation with my dragon. I got this sword. I got a sword. I don't know whether I ever told you. It's here on my sofa. Hold on.
Yeah.
So this sword has a tiger here.
Yes.
It's a tiger sword. And because I was so connected to dragons at the moment, I would have liked to have a sword with a dragon. So I was having a conversation with my dragon about this. I was worried about getting this sword with a tiger. And he said, you don't need a sword with a dragon. You've got me already. And you are more of a cat. So suddenly I realized, okay, the cat is the right thing for me on the sword.
Yeah, it will remember you, from where you come from.
Yes.
Yeah, we remember now. And these are all small things so that we can remember.
Yes.
But we will, when we are in the 5th dimension, I think, we will remember a lot who we are and talents and so on.
So do you have memories from Sirius?
Yes, I have memories because I went to Sirius in a meditation. This was in a group meditation. Mm-hmm. Everyone had his own, and we always went out of our body, each one in another part. And I went to Sirius, yes, and they were so excited. But the entities I saw there, they were small. I think about Aksayan, not Aksayan, Buksu and Xenix, a little bit this kind of, not as Aksayan who is tall. Sekhmet is not tall also. She is not tall. She is about my height. When you see her she has big statues, of course.
Yeah.
But the statues normally are not so monumental, you know. Yeah. And I think in my lifetime now, I begin to encounter a lot of people I worked with in old Egypt. We are
Yes,
connected.
yes.
Yeah, I think it's, and then we have the feeling, oh, I know her. You are familiar, you see.
So we also worked in Egypt together.
Yes, in the old Egypt, in the beginning.
Me and you did, yeah.
Yes. And we had very long lifetimes. I don't know if you had human bodies or we were cats. Perhaps we were cats. You see, because the people then were really very undeveloped. We teach them medicine and agriculture and you know, societal things. Yes, a beginning of society. Also, the Jaguar Temple, for instance, in Tikal, in Mesoamerica, in Guatemala.
Yeah.
It's also a cat. They also have this cat. They have jaguars, of course, because the jaguars live there. But yeah, I'm sure because I had to go there once. And yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else you would like to share before we close the interview? Any last message?
Well, you know, I could read you a lot of things,
Okay.
but I think it's better to read it. I just gave you the little history around.
Yes.
Because this kind of things you can't read in the book.
Well, thank you so much, Paulette, for this
Yes.
fascinating information and your encounter with Sekhmet. So I hope to have you with me again in the future to talk about another topic. And for now, let's say goodbye to our audience.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.